Hello everyone, and today we're back into another Loomian Legacy video, and in this video we're going to explain why Lampurge is the most broken Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy. So, first of all, it's a Spirit and Light type, so it only has one weakness. Its defenses are also very high when you combine it with Drop of Youth. With the Captivating ability, it basically makes it so the opposing Loomian on your team sets up, so the other Loomian that has Magnify doesn't die, doesn't get hit, and you could Flash, you could Spite, you could Hazy Shroud, you could set up, you could heal with Luster Loot. There are a lot of reasons why Lampurge is the most broken Loomian in Loomian Legacy, especially in doubles battles. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video, and I'm going to show you a lot of examples from the battles that I show why Lampurge is OP and needs to be nerfed. So let's head right into those battles right now. Alright, we're into the first battle, and I am speaking over a battle I already done because this battle is actually muted. So, man, the reason why I'm doing it like this is so I can talk about the teams I'm using in more detail, and I can tell you in more detail why Lampurge is the most broken Loomian in Loomian Legacy. And as you can see, I'm using a lot of really garbage Loomians for my team. I'm using Cinemoth, alright? This is a bottom 5 Loomian in all of Loomian Legacy, and the worst Magnify user in all of Loomian Legacy. Just to prove to y'all how OP Lampurge is. If Cinemoth can get a sweep, then Lampurge is broken. So I'm just going to try to use that. I also have Baneki because, you know, it has Magnify and multi-hitting moves. I have Samarine as well, and I got Blowtox to set up as well. So I got a lot of low-tier sweepers apart from Samarine. Also, if you're wondering what that Fish Karna is, that Fish Karna is actually my offensive one. So, yeah, that's an offensive Fish Karna right here. And as you can see, I'm looking at this team, and this team looks pretty good for the strategy. The only thing that is concerning is the Charonics. But we're going to start the battle. I'm going to speed up the battles just so we can get into the more crazy sections where I want to talk about a little bit more. So as you can see, I'm doing this on shortcut so y'all can see this a little bit better. I'll speed it up a little bit more. As you can see, I used the dodge on Lampurge, and Cinemoth gets the Magnify. Now, in theory, I should have been a little bit more careful because Ikazune could have had Electro Burst. And Electro Burst would have actually hit the Cinemoth. So I should have been a little bit more careful there. But even then, Electro Burst does lose damage in double battles because it hits both of the Loomians instead of only one. So I think my Cinemoth would have still actually lived. As you can see, I'm going to set up with Lampurge to get its range defenses higher. And I'm going to set up on Cinemoth to hit decently hard. Or do I attack the top up? Yeah, I attack the top up to get rid of it because it's a massive threat. And then, as the battle goes on, the Thunder Crash, yeah, this person isn't really TP trained, but I'm still going to use this as an example, because, my goodness, a couple of the other battles I'm going to be showing you in the future, my gosh, just shows that Lampurge should be banned in double battles. I set up another Magnify because there is a Charonics, and keep in mind, Charonics has Frost Beam, and it also has Hazy Shroud, so this thing is very threatening, especially if it places a Hazy Shroud up, which in this battle it doesn't, but there is another battle where it does. Thunder Crash goes after that. The Gamma Pulse does actually hit both Loomians, so that is one way to beat this strat. Have multi-hitting moves like Gamma Pulse and Earthquake that can hit them both, but if you combine it with like an Air type and a Light type or a Spirit type, you're fine. Because the thing is, with multi-hitting moves like Landslide and Earthquake, Air types are immune to that. And if they're like Loomians like Eclipse, or plant types, they're immune to the light type moves. So there are ways to battle through those multi-hitting moves. And other multi-hitting moves like Telekinetic Sweep that can hit both Loomians has a chance to miss. So it's really unreliable. Plus, Mutagon is an Uber, so you can't even use it in competitive play anyway. That's why I'm using a Cinemoth. And as you can see, with Lampurge getting its health back on the Ikazune, and Cinemoth getting set up, this Cinemoth is ready to sweep. And in the rest of this battle, the Cinemoth just gets the sweep. I'm going to speed it up the rest of the battle because I don't think there's anything else I can show you. It's just Cinemoth getting a sweep. Here's the Tyrex. There is nothing they can do. Even with the Tyrex, it's dead. And yeah, Cinemoth gets a sweep in battle number 1. Yes, Cinemoth gets a sweep, and this was the second battle I did with it. The first battle, Cinemoth also swept, but the footage got corrupted, so I couldn't really showcase it. So let's head into the next battle. Alright, we're into the next battle of Lampurge, and as you can see, this battle is way more threatening than the first one. I mean, look at this team. You have 2 Ubers, You have Obsidian, you have Ferroglyph and Tundraland and Helvantic, and Kalos, who just recently got Wave Wreckers. So, this is a very tough team to beat. And as you can see, there are a ton of ice types. I mean, ice type move, thunder crash, body crash. So, a lot of things that can actually hit my Cinemoth, but as you will see in this battle, it is not going to matter. And I also brought Hoggenosh to bait. So, if my Lampurge does die, I have Hoggenosh to be using as bait for later in the match. And he leads off with the Akalos Helvantic lead. And I set up a Magnify. And yeah, there's a Luster Loot. So yeah, I think I Luster Loot here. Yeah, I Luster Loot. But as you can see, Chili Chomp on the Lampurge. It does not attack the Cinemoth whatsoever. I was thinking that they're going to go for setup. Or the Akalos was going to go for setup. That's why I went for a Luster Loot there. But it didn't work. Go for the dodge that turn. And there's nothing they can do. And the Cinemoth will actually defeat the Akalos there. So, a big threat is gone. And yep, the Helvantic, of course, has poison. That is another way to beat Lampurge, is to poison the opposing Loomian, but even then, it's still very rough. There's a Mutagon. Mutagon does have Telekinetic Sweep, but I still go for Magnify anyway. I Luster Loot the Mutagon to get rid of its tank. And yeah, I basically just keep the Helvantic alive in this battle. It just goes for the Primal. There's the T-Sweep, and as you can see, the Lampurge stays alive because it's Lampurge and it's OP. It can soak any hit. And now with the tank gone, I can get rid of the Mutagon in one hit with a +4 Cinemoth. So there's Cinemoth getting another KO. And the Helvantic misses its attack. Lampurge is at low health, so I think it actually gets KO'd here. And there you go. There's the Obsidian. But this time I actually go after the Helvantic because the Helvantic is faster. And there's a shot that the Lampurge could outspeed the Obsidian. So I get rid of the Helvantic here. And then I live, and dang, my HP is back up. And when you have a thing weak to light, like Vesperatu, Dorgo, and Obsidian, you can get HP back on Lampurge very easily. And now, Cinemoth, nothing else to show here. Cinemoth just cleans up the battle again. And this is back-to-back-to-back. All these battles are back-to-back-to-back without break. And again, we had 2 sweeps in a row with Cinemoth. 2 in a row. Because Lampurge gives Cinemoth a free setup. But if you think this is bad, getting 2 sweeps in a row with Cinemoth, it gets worse. Trust me. Let's head into the next battle. Alright, we're into the third battle that I'm going to showcase, and this is another battle which looks very threatening. I mean, there's a Cinemars, a Harvestek, a Luminami, a Yarsoul. Yarsoul is probably the biggest threat because Slapdown can get rid of my item. There's also Colossotrops because it has Earthquake, so there are a lot of potential very scary Loomians. So, I'm going to fast forward this until we get into something very interesting. I bring Hogenosh again as a bait user. And yeah, let's see what happens here. It gets worse. So, there we go. Luminami lead. And just like the last battles, I go for setup. And I think he actually swaps into, goes into Colossotrops to bait the Luster Loot, which is a smart play on his part. But it doesn't matter. My Cinemoth is getting set up, and the Frost Beam does nothing on a Lampurge. So, yeah. With the Colossotrops burned, I basically just get rid of the Colossotrops right off the bat with Cinemoth, and that's what makes it scary. Cinemoth actually has a decent speed stat of 83, so it actually outspeeds a lot of these hard-hitting wall breakers, which is huge. Like, having Cinemoth for this strat works very well, and it's the worst Loomian, like, probably the worst wall breaker in Loomian Legacy. You can't have a worse wall breaker than Cinemoth, so the fact that Cinemoth is doing work in pretty much every battle so far just shows how OP Lampurge is as a doubles Loomian, because it just soaks all the hits for the Cinemoth, and then the Cinemoth gets all the KOs. And since the Lampurge doesn't die, it stays alive for the rest of the battle. Especially when you dodge, because when you dodge, you take no damage, and you still redirect the attacks with Captivating. So, we'll continue this. So, Colossotrops is dead. Frost Beam attacks the Lampurge. You freeze it, of course, because bad luck. But I do daze the Luminami, so it doesn't do that much damage for later in the fight. I'm going to fast forward this a little bit more. There is the Samarine, and this thing is actually threatening because I only have +2 on Cinemoth. So, Samarine is a massive threat. Very massive. But I do have a dodge. So, dodge is open, so the Samarine doesn't do that much. Unfortunately, it does live at 1 HP, and it's a Rageful Plushie Samarine as well, so that doesn't work too well, neither. Luminami also gets his Frost Beam up, but it doesn't matter. There's the Rev Up, so this is where it gets very tough, because the Samarine can beat the Lampurge and the Luminami can beat the Cinemoth. So this is a very tough position. So I go for this. I think I actually go for the Luminami here. Yeah, I think I go for the Luminami on this clip. I'm going to speed it up a little bit more. Yeah, I go for the dodge again, which it fails. The Wave Wrecker doesn't get rid of the Lampurge, which I'm shocked it didn't just go for a Steel Crusher there. Because now, the Luminami still attacks the Lampurge, which is huge. But it doesn't matter because it hits itself anyway. So, I'm shocked that the Samarine doesn't just go for the Steel Crusher there. That was a sell on his part, but it doesn't matter because we're still in a great position. We'll speed up the battle. Yeah, I dodge again with Lampurge. Bang, Harvest Set comes on in, but I think I attacked the Samarine anyway. No, I actually attacked the Harv. I tried to get rid of the Luminami. So, now the battle gets very interesting. I believe, yeah, I go for the Harvest Sec to get rid of the Harvest Sec because I have a bait user, so I can utilize that to my advantage. So if there's the Steel Crusher, Lampurge finally dies. This is the first time in a battle where Lampurge has got KO'd. But it doesn't matter. There is a Cinemoth at full health. You still gotta take care of the Cinemoth too. And since I brought another bait user, it's gonna be even harder for that Samarine to do work. And it's almost out of energy anyway. So I bring Hoganosh, who has bait. And yeah, there's your soul. So I know the rest of his Loomians. And yeah, when you're bringing another bait Loomian to keep your other Loomians alive, that's where it gets scary. So I bait, bang, Samarine, Wave Wrecker does one shot. But now the Samarine is out of energy, so it's basically just a free hit on the Ursul. And yeah, there's nothing that this person can do. I bring in Baneki because I can just landslide, hit them both, so it doesn't matter anymore. I think I flail here. Yeah, I flail at the Samarine to get rid of it, but that's probably what I should not have done. I should have just waited because, yeah, I should have just waited. So, yeah. But the Samarine is dead, and yeah, Cinemoth and Baneki both clean up in this battle, and that's another battle where Cinemoth completely destroyed a team. He didn't quite get the sweep, but destroyed a team. And unfortunately, out of all the battles, this was the closest I've been to a loss. This was the closest, and I still had a Samarine and a Baneki still alive, which, by the way, my Baneki is clutch. No, I think my Samarine's clutch plushie. So, yeah, I still had two of these alive. That was the closest I was to losing. The closest. And even then, it wasn't even very that close. Next battle. Alright, next battle. And this battle is very interesting again. I don't think I actually use Cinemoth in this battle. I think I actually get the sweep with Baneki this time. But as you can see, look at this team. Full offense. Full offense. There is a Protagon. There's a Barbadger. There's a Sea Drake. There's a Cosmere. There's a Cephalos. They even have broken Sorelli with Appetite. Appetite, alright? This is an Appetite Cosmere. And everyone knows how broken Appetite Cosmere is. So let's see how Lampurge does against Appetite Cosmere. So let's get into the battle a little bit. I'm going to speed this up so you can actually see the whole battle play out. As you can see, it leads off with Barbadger and Protagon. And I go for the Magnify and I go for the Dodge because, yeah, that's a thing. I think I was thinking that Barbadger was going to Brawn Boost, but it didn't. I do got to remember, Landslide does actually hit the Lampurge. So it is something I do got to be a little bit concerned about. And they just double target the Lampurge. So the Lampurge is dead. So the Lampurge is out of the picture already. So, good. That's huge. They should win then, right? The Lampurge is dead. But the Baneki got +2 with its clutch plushie still. And it has Landslide, which hits both Loomians. Yeah, you can see how this battle is going. That free Magnify, just on that one move, has opened up for Baneki to sweep. So, as you can see, he goes into Sea Drake, so I can't quite get the sweep right away. I go into Hoganosh just to bait a turn. Yeah, I go for the Boom Bash to get rid of the Barbadger. And I go for the bait. So yeah, I bait so the Sea Drake doesn't just completely own me right off the bat. And yeah, say goodbye to the Barbadger. And that's, yeah, having another bait Loomian is good for this. As you can see, in this battle, Lampurge doesn't do too much, but that one Magnify makes Baneki in a sweeping position. Puts Baneki in this position to sweep the opposing Loomians. That one Magnify has just opened up Baneki. And if you combine that with another bait user like Hoganosh, my goodness, it's very powerful. Sorelli does come in. I go for the... Yeah, Yeah, I go for another Magnify just to make sure I KO the Sorelli. Everyone knows how ridiculous Sorelli is, so yeah, that's a thing. And yeah, the battle is pretty long, so this one will be a little bit longer than the other ones. And yeah, the Sorelli, it has appetite. It's stupid. And there's a reason why Sorelli is banned from competitive play. But even in this battle, it doesn't really get to do too much because my Baneki is now at +4. So the Hoganosh does get KO'd, and the Sorelli does get rid of my Clutch plushie, finally. But there are 2 Loomians on the field, which can't even hit the Baneki. So I get rid of that. I go for a Sharpen on the Samarine. So the Sorelli goes bye-bye. And I do get a little luck here. No, he actually went for the Baneki. I don't know why the Sea Drake went for the Baneki there. Should have went for the Sea Drake, but there we go. Appetite Cosmere. Appetite Cosmere comes in, but it is just a little bit too late there. He swapped in the Appetite Cosmere a little bit too late, and with the Metallical Shell, the Cosmere gets one-shotted. And the Sea Drake actually surprisingly lives there, which was a little bit concerning, but it doesn't matter. I have a Cinemoth and a Sea Drake left, so we win this battle anyway. Cinemoth gets the clean. So, that one Magnify by Baneki kept it alive. That one Magnify at the start kept Baneki in that battle and made Baneki pretty much sweep his team. I did have a little bit of help from Samarine and also my opposing player. The opposing player did make a bad play in the middle, but even then, I would have been fine in this battle anyway. Like, Lampurge just giving Baneki that one Magnify opened it up. And yeah, the next battle. This next battle is ridiculous, and I think it is the most convincing claim on why Lampurge should get nerfed in the future. And let's head to it right now. Alright, battle number 5. And I'm going to be honest with you, this is the only battle that I technically lost. And it's because I disconnected. So, I did disconnect, mainly because of internet issues, but there was something that happened in this battle which is very threatening and is very broken on Lampurge, and I just want to show you it. And it basically involves this Charonix right here. Y'all will see what happens. So I'm going to speed this up. Very threatening team again, by the way. Yeah, the team is very threatening. There's a Vesperatu, there is a Meditoad, there is a Imperior, which is there to stop the job. Imperior is a good way to limit the damage, but even then, that doesn't get rid of the Lampurge. It gets rid of the Sweeper. They could just swap into another Sweeper if the Lampurge is still alive. Like, the biggest thing is you gotta KO that Lampurge at all costs. And since it can dodge, you can't really KO it easily. So that's what makes Lampurge a nightmare to beat in doubles. So as you can see, he leads off. I'm going to slow this down. I'm going to slow this part down a little bit. So as you can see, I go for the Magnify on Cinemoth. And I don't know what I do here. Actually, I go for the... Do I go for the setup? Oh yeah, I go for the Flash. I try to actually daze the Eklos, which... yeah, he hits very hard, so if he has like I assume I'm predicting the Brawn Boost. I'm predicting the Brawn Boost on the Eklos. Because, yeah, Eklos is very threatening, so there's the Magnify on the Cinemoth. So now the Cinemoth is at +2. The Eklos goes for a Brawn Boost as predicted. Great play on my part for me not going for the dodge. And this is where it gets interesting. Charonix uses Hazy Stroud. And when I was doing this battle, I was just like, oh boy, it's over. It's over. And there we go. I'd still daze the Eklos, so that is good. But I thought this battle was over. I thought it was over. I played it anyway, because the thing is with the Fog, it actually disables any Loomian's abilities. So, Captivating will not work. Meaning that the Eklos goes after the Cinemoth, and the Cinemoth dies in one hit. But there is one crucial oversight that I have, and I'm just gonna play the clip. I am just going to play the freaking clip, and y'all will see what I mean. I'll speed this up a little bit because I was in shambles. I thought it was over, but y'all will see in a second why this is very threatening. And this is probably the most broken part about Lampurge, right here. And are you ready? Are you ready? I'm gonna slow it down. I actually get a lucky crit on the Eklos, so that is a very good thing. I actually get the lucky crit. But get ready for this. Charonix, Frostbeam, Frostbeam, goodbye Cinemoth, goodbye Cinemoth, Captivating still worked. And I was thinking, huh? Why did it still hit the Lampurge? Why did it still hit the Lampurge? But Hazy Shroud, aka the Fog Weather, does not affect spirit types. In Lampurge is a spirit and light type, meaning that not even Hazy Shroud can beat Lampurge, because Lampurge is a spirit type. Yes, that is the most broken thing with Lampurge, and that's why Captivating needs to be nerfed. And personally, the way to nerf Captivating is to make it so it doesn't work when you use dodge. So that means if Lampurge clicks dodge, it should still attack the opposing Loomian. That's what I think. They should make it so dodge doesn't work with Captivating, because I do think it's kind of ridiculous for Lampurge to take no damage and the other Loomian gets free setup. But that's what I think. I mean, I'm using Cinemoth. Cinemoth's getting sweeps. Cinemoth. So I think that says it all. So I'll just play the rest of this battle. I do disconnect, so there's not really too much more in this battle because I do eventually disconnect. I just get rid of the Imperior, but yeah, as you can see, client, iterate, disconnect. So I couldn't finish this battle. So technically, I still lost this battle, but I technically didn't. But yeah, we have one more battle to just show you how OP Lampurge is. And let's head to that right now. Alright, here's the last battle I'm going to show for the video. And look at this team. He has a Lampurge himself. So we're going to see what happens here in this battle. He also has a Dragodyne. He also has a Helvantic. And I think this battle is going to show more how you can play against Lampurge and the mindset I had when I went up against this Lampurge. Spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil this already. This is actually not an SA Lampurge. This is a singles Lampurge, but I was attacking the Lampurge, predicting it was Captivating. I wasn't even targeting the other Loomian just because Captivating. So, that just shows how much my mindset changed just by seeing Lampurge. And he does, and my opponent plays this well. He actually plays it like it is a doubles Lampurge. So, let me just start the battle. This is a decently long battle, so let's see what happens here. There we go. And as you can see, the matchup here. Yes, Cinemoth, Lampurge versus Lampurge, Helvantic. And the strat is for Helvantic to get a bulk up and sweep with its amazing coverage. So, I do what I've been doing. I go for a Magnify. I think I get a setup as well. Gnarly Gash that does hit the Lampurge. Actually does hit decently hard. His Lampurge actually outspeeds mine, which is pretty concerning. But I think what I do here is, yeah, I go for another Magnify. So I am at +4 now. My Cinemoth is at +4. So that's huge. My Cinemoth being at +4 is really huge. And I dodge with the Lampurge so it doesn't do any damage. And yeah, that's when I realize that's another move Lampurge has as well. It also has Spite. So yeah, it can also run Spite as well. So good luck for those stall Loomians. So yeah, let's speed this up again. My Cinemoth is now at +4. And look at that. This is a +4 Cinemoth doing only half to a Lampurge, which is kind of crazy to think about. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. Peace of Mind is hit on the Lampurge. So yep. And this is when I realized the Luster Loot. Yeah, that's when I realized this was a prismatic one. So now that I knew it was prismatic, so yeah, this was a prismatic Lampurge the whole time. So that was definitely a goof on my part. I made the Lampurge stronger, but it doesn't matter because there is one Loomian I can KO with Cinemoth now. Now that I know that his Lampurge isn't Captivating, guess which Loomian dies? I want you to guess which Loomian gets KO'd by the Cinemoth. The Helvantic. As you can see, I say in chat, I thought that was SA, and he says that. And then the other person, the opponent, says that it's a singles one. So, yeah, that was definitely a goof play on my part. I goofed here, but he actually swapped out here, and he goes, goodbye, Dragodyne, you're dead. Dragodyne is dead. It's out. It is gone. So, yeah. And there goes the Helvantic again, and I have enough energy on Cinemoth to just flat out win the battle. There's kind of nothing I can really do here. I do one-shot the Helvantic, but there's kind of nothing the Lampurge does here. He actually just... Oh my god, I dodged the move. Yeah, I went for a double dodge there, so yeah, that helped. There's the Luminami, which I just life drain. I have Lampurge still alive. I go for a wait just to get energy back because, again, there's no reason to attack when I can't even hit the Lampurge. So I just go for a wait, get my energy up. I go for the Luminami, and I almost one-shot it, but I don't quite. Luminami is very bulky. I mean, a +4 Cinemoth doesn't even one-shot it. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, the Lampurge is almost dead. I go into Samarine here as like a late-game sweep, plus, you know, Metal type. So I'm just like, yeah, let's go for Sharpen. I have a clutch. Yeah, I was doing this play thinking I had a clutch plushie, but my clutch plushie was on Baneki, not on the Samarine. So I did kind of sell a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Lampurge, despite it being set up, doesn't hit that hard. So there's one thing it doesn't have. It doesn't hit that hard. So as you can see, I live the hit. And yeah, it doesn't matter. And even then, I could have just set up on the Samarine, and we would have won anyway. Yeah, there's the Samarine. So I go for the Thunder Chomp on the... Yeah, I go for the Steel Crusher on that. So yeah, goodbye to the Lampurge. Gets critted. And the Samarine goes for the Samarine. So yeah. And yeah, we win from here. We just bring in Baneki, who has a clutch plushie. And yeah, the Cinemoth just cleans it up from there. I think this thing is actually clutch plushie, so I do need to have both of them attack. And it does hit pretty hard. As you can see, Metallic Shell does one-shot the Cinemoth, but it doesn't matter. The Samarine gets down in 2 hits, and we will win the last battle. And I think these 6 battles just shows how broken Doubles Lampurge is. And honestly, I think Charonix is kind of broken as well. I do think Charonix does need a nerf in the future, but I'm going to make that in another video. I'm going to talk about Charonix being nerfed in another video. Because I don't think it's as problematic as Doubles Lampurge. It's still very powerful, especially with the Reaper ability. But in these 6 battles, I got sweeps with Cinemoth and Baneki. Yeah, sweeps with Cinemoth and Baneki. I made Cinemoth look like the MVP. In 6 consecutive battles. Kinda nuts. Kinda nuts. I think this just shows how OP Doubles Lampurge is. And personally, like I said earlier, I do think it needs a nerf. Make it so dodge doesn't work with captivating, so the opposing Loomian can actually get hit. That's what I think should happen. So, yeah. This is the video on why Captivating Lampurge is the most broken Loomian in Loomian Legacy. If there is some stuff that I missed in the video, tell me in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye!